Hello, students. Well, I'm back to read the Glove Family Part 2. I kind of left you hanging with the Glove Family Part 1, so now we're going to go ahead and finish the story. Before we do, I want you to think about what did you learn about Mamika's past from the first part of the Glove Family story? Now, if you have not listened to the Glove Family Part 1, I would suggest that you stop the video, go back, find that one, and listen to the Glove Family Part 1, then come back and listen to this one. If you already have, go ahead and answer that question. What did you learn about Mamika's past from the first part of the Glove Family story? Turn and tell a stuffy, a pet, or a human. Go ahead and pause the video. Okay, students, here we go. The Glove Family Part 2 by Andrea Cheng. I dumped the sweaters next to her rocking chair, and she picked up the blue one on top. She began pulling gently at a piece of yarn near the neck. Soon there was a big mound of curly blue yarn on her lap. "What are you doing?" I asked. "Unknitting," Mamika said. "The yarn ends at a hole in a sweater, so you wind it into a ball like this. Then you can use the yarn to knit something new." Mamika wrapped yarn around and around her stiff fingers, first in one direction and then the other to keep the ball round. I started a ball of my own. She showed me how to put my fingers underneath the yarn so that when I slipped them out, the ball was soft. Mamika told me how Petit used to juggle with their mother's yarn balls. Petit, that name sounds familiar, but I'm going to go back to the Glove Family Part 1. I'm going to skim to see if I find his name so I can remind myself of who he is or who she is. Oh, I see the name Petit right here. I'm going to reread this paragraph. I tried to help her find her voice. "Mamika, tell me about when you were a little girl and hungry," I begged, knowing she loved to tell stories. "Tell me about Petit." Usually the stories about Petit were the best because he was the youngest of Mamika's 9 brothers and sisters, and he was full of mischief. Okay, I'm glad I went back and refreshed my memory. Now I know that that is Mamika's youngest brother, and he was full of mischief. Okay, so let's go back. Mamika told me how Petit used to juggle with their mother's yarn balls. Once he juggled them so high that a yarn ball got stuck in a tree. "So he climbed the tree and threw the ball down on my head," she said, laughing. I picked up 3 yarn balls and tried to juggle like Petit. Mamika watched for a minute and then smiled. After dinner, Mamika fell asleep. Mom came downstairs with an old pair of gloves to add to the pile of sweaters. The gloves gave me an idea. Instead of knitting them, I sewed up the holes with brown thread. Then I embroidered the faces of Mamika and her brothers and sisters on the fingertips. Petit had bright blue eyes. Zusi had 2 long braids before they were cut. Mamika had curly red hair. Just as I finished, Mamika opened her eyes. "Your family," I said, handing the gloves to her. "Oh, Anuska, this one must be me," she said, laughing. "And this little pinky, this must be Petit." Mamika put the gloves on and told me how she and her brothers and sisters used to race to school in the morning. She moved her fingers back and forth inside the gloves. Once I fell, and Fern had to carry me the rest of the way. Mamika showed me with her fingers. Was he mad? Was he ever? But I loved riding Piggy back to school. Mamika crossed her fingers. When Mom brought Mamika her tea, her hands were already warm from the gloves. In fact, she said they felt nimble. She took off the gloves, picked up her knitting needles and a ball of yarn, and made the first 25 stitches of a scarf. "Here, let me show you, Anuska, and we can make it together." At first, my stitches were too loose, but Mamika showed me how to hold the yarn tighter. We were talking and laughing and knitting until way past my bedtime. "I think I'll sleep with my family gloves on tonight," Mamika said. "So you'll have your brothers and sisters with you?" I asked. "Yes." "How about you spend the night with all of us in my room?" Mamika suggested, taking my hand in her gloved one as we headed up the stairs. Students, this was a wonderful part 2 of the story. I'm so glad that we got to finish it. A couple things I want you to think about. Nuska embroiders the gloves. The story says that she is using thread and makes tiny faces, braids, and hair. So these are clues that tell us the meaning of the word embroider. It means to stitch small details with thread. The last thing, my friends, is I want you to turn and talk to a stuffy, a pet, or a human. And I want you to think about this question. How does Anuska's ability to sew show that she is carrying on a family tradition of the past? All right, kiddos, I will catch you in another video. Thank you for watching.